Starting at the back with attacking defenders, no surprise to see Trippier topping the list. After a slow start to the season, Trippier's fixtures has gotten better and he has brought points as well. When we look at expected goal involvement, this is for goals and assists, not only chances. Then we see Cash is topping above Trippier, mostly because of his 2 goals scored against Burnley, but Cash is also getting good chances and getting into good positions in other games as well. As mentioned, Cash is topping the expected goal involvement list because of the 2 goals against Burnley, and he has seen his price rise from 4.5 million to 5 million. Trufal is the biggest overachiever, which means that he has maybe been a bit fortunate. The chances he has created for his teammates weren't that good, but however it turned into a goal, so it's points for Trufal. So maybe it's not sustainable, let's wait and see. West Ham have good fixtures coming up, so I do believe that Trufal is a good pick going forward. Dhoti has 21 chances created, only one of them is classified as a big chance. That's kind of off-putting because it tells us that he is just whipping the ball in, hoping for the ball to hit Morris' head and go into the goal. So the chances Luton and the football Luton are playing is not that effective. They are relying on pumping the ball into the box and hoping for the best. So for the midfielders, Salah, 8 expected goal involvement. He has done really well for the last 4 game weeks. Saka is still there, and Mbeumo, Bruno, Maddison and Son as well. So familiar names for FPL managers, and it's no surprise to see Mo Salah topping the list after game week 8. This is the overperformers and the underachievers when it comes to expected goals. So the overperformers are the players who has gotten a lot of returns, but maybe some of it has been down to luck or coincidences. So Wang Hishang, he has plus 2.77, which is quite high for 8 game weeks, so he has been a bit lucky. Maybe his returns are not sustainable going forward. The same with Diaby. Mitoma as well scored 2 goals when he got subbed on with an expected goal of only 1. So, and this tells us that the mentioned players have been a bit unlucky not to get more returns. Mbeumo and the United mids, they have gotten chances. So for the forwards, let's start by taking a look at the top expected goal involvement. You can see Haaland 8.38, that's the highest in the league. Salah has 8. Isaac is number 2, Jackson is still on the top 3, Watkins, Pedro and Morris is also on a top 6 list. And when we look at the overperformers, when we look at forwards, Watkins, Foster, Avonyi, Mateta, Alvarez and Darwin. And underachievers, Jackson, Brown, Mopey, Beto and Højlund. Haaland is still topping the list by fine margins. I do not advise you to sell him, even though it's tempting. He has blanked in the last 2 game weeks, and at that price you can get a lot of other players in. Watkins a bit lucky because he has overexceeded his expected goal the most, and Alvarez, an interesting one. He is one of the top overperformers, and he is also not included in the top 6 list for expected goals, so he has been a bit fortunate and maybe his goals and assists will dry up going forward. City has tougher fixtures as well, so maybe Alvarez will cool down going forward. I wouldn't advise to sell him, but I wouldn't bring him in right now. Team stats, and we start by taking a look at attacking stats, the best teams and the worst teams. We can see on the left hand side, Brighton, Newcastle, Villa, Spurs and Liverpool are the best attacking sides. They are creating most chances and scoring the most goals. A little bit surprising to see City, Arsenal and West Ham not included in the top 5, but they are number 6, 7 and 8. The worst teams when it comes to attacking stats are Bournemouth, Luton, Sheffield United, Burnley and Crystal Palace. The best and the worst teams when it comes to defensive stats. City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Forest and Newcastle are the teams that concedes the least chances against them. And for the worst teams, Sheffield United, Bournemouth, Wolves, West Ham and Burnley are the worst teams, the worst defenses. They are conceding the most chances and keeping least clean sheets. Brighton, 0 clean sheets, 87 shots in the box conceded and 37 shots on target. So Brighton not that good defensively as we thought in the preseason. They have not kept one clean sheet yet. To summarize the team stats, Sheffield United and Bournemouth, Burnley as well are the worst teams when it comes to both attacking and defensive stats. So they are teams that we should target going forward, bring in players who plays against them. After game week 4, Fulham was the worst team, but now they have climbed the rankings and have done really well the last 4 game weeks, and while Brighton has gone the other way. Now they are one of the worst defensive teams.